do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard he scammer, had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account. It's all in.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So, No Holds Barred is all about, different topics. Everything is always unscripted with us, and we throw it out there and get everyone's 2 cents on it, their thoughts and feelings on it, and that's it. I know everyone has different thoughts and feelings on a million different topics of going on, what's in the world today. But I want to talk about something that has happened in studio recently.
Okay.
And they don't know I want to talk about this. So I want to talk to you guys about, last week, I think it was last week. My days are all mixed up. Last week we had our first live class in studio, and it was from Susanna, who has her show with Luxe Media, and they attended the class with us, and it was an abundance meditation class. Mm-hmm. And it was the first time you guys did anything like that at all. And I want to get your feelings and your 2 cents on the process of the class, what you went through, and what your takeaways were from that.
Oh, okay. Cool. I guess we could start with how the class began with us writing down we wrote a check out to the universe, which that was pretty cool. And then we wrote down a date and goals that we were kind of going to achieve by that certain date. Like we were putting it in our timeline, which that was pretty cool. Like you said, I've never done any of that before. It was kind of I didn't know what to expect, but I kept my mind open. I was like, I'm ready for, I'm ready to try out what this is all about.
Yeah.
And I thought I got a lot from it, I really liked.
It makes you accountable.
Yes. Yeah.
Self-accountable, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it, I don't know what you guys wrote on your checks, but it kind of, it's very telling, I'd say, of how much people value themselves and how much they think they can do.
Interesting. I didn't think of it that way. I kind of I know on my check, I definitely put a big amount, but I did try to, like you said, I kind of I was like, I want to be humble about it, but it was still a lot, but it, what I mean? It wasn't I feel like after you said that, I'm kind of I could have put
how much do you cost?
I could have put way more.
Yeah, I was kind of realistic.
Okay.
But I did mine in Bitcoin.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
I don't know. See, even the word realistic, because I don't live in realistic terms. I never bought into realistic because, we're taught, or I was taught, when you listen to metaphysical stuff and meditate and do all that stuff, you create your reality, don't you? Instead of being told what your reality is. So I guess the word realistic to me is what you find realistic and not what is realistic. Because if we're all living in our own world and we're all creating our own world, then in my experience and what I create in my world, I live in a world of abundance. And Suzanne said a great sentence. I even wrote it down and put it on my wall at home because I'll never forget the sentence. I thought it was genius. This is $1 billion sentence. And she said in that class we were in, she said, abundance is a lifestyle. It's not a thought process. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
and I fucking love that shit.
Yeah. It's definitely, it's a mindset. You have to want to be thinking like that. You can't just, it's like a choice, a choice. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to practice your gratitude for your abundance and stuff like that. Or you can choose to complain and I don't know, when she taught us about how to kind of,
Sorry.
No. when she was teaching us about how to kind of flip your complaints or whatever, to be okay, well, I'm grateful that with the traffic, that's such a good example that she used. But it's oh, I hate this traffic. Well, you can be well, I'm grateful that I'm going home or I'm going out somewhere, or because you might not even have a car.
I was just gonna say, you have a car to be in traffic.
Exactly. So
Well, because I've been taking Chris home.
Yeah, with my broken foot.
Here's
I-
your-
I know. I was a.
He took it off.
I was a naughty
Oh.
boy. I put
Oh,
on.
I'm like, I
I
just
know.
noticed
I know. I was my little bit of defiance, so I feel a little bit more human. I'm wearing 2 shoes.
we're kind of going off topic real quick because Chris has had a broken
Yeah,
ankle.
broken foot, broken right foot.
For how 2 months?
Yeah,
About 2 months now. And today I'm only seeing right now that he has a shoe on.
I know. It's
That
like,
shouldn't be on
hey.
right now.
Well, they
Yeah.
didn't say it. They didn't particularly say it shouldn't be, but they didn't say it should. So, I'm.
Uh-huh.
It
How's it feel?
feels good.
What did you do? Like rip it off?
No, I had Velcro on the ace bandages,
Okay.
so it was easy. I could
Is it
just
still wrapped up?
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Were you
wearing
like,
I'm wearing
"I'm
a sock and
free"?
yeah. Oh yeah, I feel free. I feel like I'm a real boy.
Like do.
If I could do a jig, I would. But there we go. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that at least I'm able to walk around more. I
Mhm.
still can't really put weight on it, but I'm moving more.
Trying to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that. Yeah. Like so we're going back now. We're going back to
Yeah.
that topic again.
Okay, so after the class, we're driving home, and I'm starting to cuss up a storm because of the traffic. And
Yeah,
then I'm
we were-
like,
we were having a good
wait,
time though.
wait, I'm grateful for
That we're heading.
that
home.
we're heading home. I
Yeah.
have a car.
Exactly.
to get
That
us
it was a
there.
good
Yeah.
a class that we
Mhm.
went to. Like
I actually understood what she was talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. We were able to take messages from
Yeah,
it, which was
and we were able
really
to
cool.
retain it. So
Totally. And
that's what she
use
wanted.
it. And I actually like because things like that. I think I have like I wouldn't call it an advantage, but I've been listening to stuff like that for a long time. And my biggest takeaway from that, which I loved, was the button, like the knuckle.
yeah, that was my
Yes.
favorite thing
So
too.
Susanna
Yeah.
had talked about, think about, and you can do it now if you'd like, but like think about it. Think about a time where you felt super abundant, like you closed a really big deal, or you really happy that day, or something amazing happened that day, and think about that thought. And then also, when you think about that, you press on your knuckle, and that's kind of your abundance button or abundance knuckle. And whenever you're feeling low or feeling depressed or feeling, not in a positive mood, you press on that knuckle, and those feelings will come back. And
It
it's
works.
just it really
It
does
really
work.
does. At first I was kind of like, I wonder. And like Suzanne even saw me because I told her after like the class, I was just like, yeah, when we were doing that, like I was like beaming, like I couldn't even control it. Like I was like, wow, I'm like, this is really working. Like
Yeah.
it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was quite an experience. The one thing though I did learn I need to work on is just meditating in general. It's a
Yeah.
little bit harder than like I think it's made out to be. Because at least for me, it's hard to not be like thinking about a bunch of things at
Right.
once.
Yeah.
Like to be like, okay, next I got to do this. Next I got to do this. Like that's how my brain always is like there's like a checklist of all the things I need to do or want to do for the day.
Mhm.
And to try to like just silence that for 5 to 10 minutes, it's a lot. And like I don't know,
It's
for me at
still-
least.
Like it's still something like I've been trying to meditate for years, and it's still something that I still struggle with because my brain. And I think everyone is like that. Like my brain is constantly running. I also have several lists going on in my head.
yeah, it's like
We have a lot to do, but before all of the madness occurs throughout the day, Susanna was saying what she does is she that right when you wake up, like right when you're still in bed, like right when you wake up, spend at least, even if it's you start off with a couple minutes just in meditation mode, and then building it up, like before you get your coffee, before you get once your feet hit the ground, the day's going.
yeah.
It's done. It's done at that
It's gotta
point.
be before you're like fully awake.
Totally. So, I can't say I'm a pro at that either. It is a daily practice.
yeah.
And it is, just consistent. Anything consistently done will be done the way that you want it to, but it has to be consistent.
Yeah.
And it's not a once in a while deal.
It's like practicing a new skill,
Totally.
I do think though that it was something that with practice anybody can really get it,
Mhm.
and Susanna did like such a phenomenal job because I mean For at least
Yeah.
for us, it was
And she
our
has
first
such
time.
a soothing voice.
Yeah,
just gonna say
yeah.
that. I was
you know?
just gonna say that. Like her
Yeah.
voice, there's something about her energy and her voice.
Yeah,
to
her
me.
like demeanor is just
Like
so.
hypnotic or something.
Mhm.
So-
That's exactly
Is
the
it?
word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
perfect word.
It was great. I mean, I'm really excited for the next one.
I
I'm
am too.
like,
Like we're gonna do it
Yeah.
once a month here in studio. Everyone's welcome. It's on Eventbrite, and like she did a great job. So, and that was her first group class she's ever did. And I
you wouldn't have even known that it was her
Never.
first.
Yeah.
She could have said that it was.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
She really did a great
Pretty
job.
cool.
I'm curious to find out how much you wrote on your universe checks.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna start with John.
Oh,
Are we telling like what
I
we
have
wrote?
it.
or-
I have it in my bag.
You don't know how much you wrote?
It was like 250 million.
Okay.
Well, no, there's only 25
Man,
million
you guys
total.
were way
I think
more than
that's-
I did. I
Ooh,
feel
wait,
so.
I gotta see this.
What's 25 million total?
The Bitcoin.
I think there's only
There's only
20
25 Bitcoins, I think, in the.
25 million Bitcoin. I think in the world.
So you wanted all of it.
As far as also that's as far as right now, as far as we know.
Right? Yeah, because they haven't solved all.
Right. We don't know
Or,
everything.
yeah, we don't know.
No.
But
That's a mystery.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
it was a lot of money.
That's actually more than me.
Yeah, I didn't put that much either. I was like, oh, I'm a little self-conscious now. I'm like, jeez.
But that's letting it ride till 2030. That's when each one's going to be worth $1 million. So
I think that's hilarious how logical you are about it.
I like
Like-
that. I like that. That's much more than
Why?
like better thought process than I had on it.
How much did you put, Chris?
I only put 10 million.
I mean, that's not.
I thought that was a good
I think
amount.
it's a good
I was
amount.
like 10 million. I'm like, that's a lot of money, and I would be very happy to get
Yeah,
that.
you
Like-
could
Yeah.
do a lot. I have another question coming up after this one. So, I actually put 20 million.
Okay, all right. So
I'm
now
not-
I don't feel
we're
as
not that far
okay.
away. Yeah.
I thought I really undervalued. I was like, oh man,
Now,
like,
now I'm thinking it over.
Yeah, I'm like, what have I done?
What have I done?
Should have put more.
well, you know, the dollar's not going to be worth anything. So
Well, we're gonna be
As
coming
far-
to you for your
this is all as
Bitcoin
far as we know.
well, it's speculation.
Because things change daily.
by the
so we
day.
don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like it's worth whatever it's worth, and the how we get it and the amount it is not really up to us. Like the
It's a
amount is up to
gamble.
us, but like everything else is like your only job is to want it and feel it. The how of it does not matter. It's not up to you. Next question has to be, what would you do if you received that money? What would you do with it?
I think I'd know.
I
Go ahead,
know.
Chris.
Well, I definitely would want to purchase a lot of nice instruments.
Mm-hmm.
I've any sort of like instrument that I would love, I would like to get that. But I also would want to be like conscious about, I don't know smart with my money. I'd want to invest some, definitely try to make it like so I can live off of that at like 10 million. If you blow all that, whew, good gravy.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that would be like my thing is I would want to make smart purchases, but have a little fun. Maybe get a nice car or go on a nice vacation, get a beach house, something like that.
You probably go on several vacations.
True. I don't know.
It's not just one. You can do whatever you want.
I feel like if I were to come into like that amount of money at first, I would be very like, okay, like don't go crazy. Like you can't because like I don't know. I'd want to like I said, I'd want to just try to be smart with it.
Yeah. John.
Well, of course, I give it to my family. No, I'm not. I give them
All of it.
Yeah. And that's
but
it.
I make it so they wouldn't have to worry as much.
As much. Fair enough.
Help my nephews out, but not. They'd have to earn it, but I'd be able to
Do it if you
do
wanted
it.
to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's the power.
Yeah,
of
and
it.
I don't want any big
It's
house. or
freedom. It's
anything.
just a lot of freedom. You
Yeah.
just get a lot more freedom to do a lot of cool things.
Like 10 years ago, I would have said, I want a big house. No, I just want a regular size house and the pool the same size as the house. Has to have a pool.
Coming over to your pool.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Just like maybe a couple modular homes like in different areas of the country.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Nothing crazy.
Airbnb 'em, make money.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Being smart with it.
And have a nice car. I want to have a nice car.
What kind of car would you want?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
I know.
What would you
Dodge
get, Chris?
Challenger. My God, there's
That-
muscle
that-
car.
That fits you. Actually.
Yeah.
I can totally see that happening.
I
What
love
color?
them. Black with like purple, the purple stripe, the dark purple.
I could see it.
That'd be cool. Would it be gas efficient? No, but
That's not
that
the
doesn't
point.
matter. Like,
You're only getting what you want. not
Exactly,
the
that's
purpose
my-
or reasoning behind it.
Right.
that would be my like super car. I don't know. I wouldn't really want like a Lambo or a Ferrari or something like that. They're really cool, but not my style.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
I know I'm going to get the Ford F-150 electric, full electric.
He's been on that.
Because
I've
that thing,
been hearing about this.
you know, or the Hummer.
Yeah.
They have an electric Hummer.
Oh my God, yeah.
Mhm.
You gotta check it out.
Jeez.
I would, with my money, I would give a good portion of that to my financial advisor, so I
Awesome.
wouldn't touch it immediately.
Yeah.
And then, I always wanted at least 3 different styles Rolls Royces.
Yes.
And I want them all in my very specific color green, very similar to this,
The
but
emerald.
more emerald
Nice. Yeah.
in green. And then I also, before I get my car, I always said this and it will probably come true because I've been saying it for years. Before I even get a car, I would probably get a jet because I'd use the jet more than the
That
car.
would be so cool.
Like just,
I mean,
that's
you
just
could go
my lifestyle.
you travel so
I travel a
much.
lot.
So much.
So I'd use the jet more than I use the car.
Do the net jets though.
Huh?
Do
What?
the net where you buying a portion of it.
No, I'm gonna get my own fucking jet.
Yeah.
So I can
Own that. Own that.
I can customize it.
Right?
Oh,
And
that's
I need
true.
the jet to be
All
emerald
emerald
green.
green.
Too. Like I need
That would
I
be
need everything
so
emerald green.
cool.
The gold stripe.
And I want Luxe Media.
On the side of
the
it.
tail.
Yeah,
The
when you're
jet.
flying around, so
That's
people are
what I
like,
want.
"Whoa."
Okay.
That's what I've been wanting.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Totally.
Mhm.
I'd also, we're already in the works of it now, but I, open up the second studio. I'm not going to reveal the location yet to anybody. Maybe a third studio as well with that. A lot has been invested in the studio and a lot more will be invested in the studios. So upgrading just everything with that because the technology of everything is constantly changing all the time.
That's the truth.
And just building out, helping more people get their voices out there. That's a really big passion of mine, which is why we even have the studio. Heavily on business, vacations are great. That's fine. Like I always, instead of having a house, I always wanted, and I will do this. I always wanted to live in an adult treehouse.
Really?
Yes.
Where?
I don't want a regular house. I want an adult tree house.
That would be
Have you
crazy
ever seen
cool.
these?
No. Is it like kind
have
of like
to
in
Google-
Disney,
you have to
like
Google
those
this.
the
It is a like actual legit house that's on the ground, like 2 levels with running water, electricity, but it's in a tree.
what?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes,
That's
and
awesome.
It looks like you have to Google this.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's magical. So I need to live in that. I don't know where I want that to be yet. I feel like I'll have more than one. And I just want to pull up to my adult tree house in my Rolls Royce. I don't
Like
see
that's
anything wrong
awesome.
with it.
Like, what's wrong with that?
I don't see
Like,
anything wrong with that.
A
That is
swing
so
comes
great.
down through the sunroof.
yeah, you just
Right.
grab onto it,
That's
pulls you up.
exactly
Like,
So yeah, I've always had like a kind of different lifestyle, and I just don't foresee that not continuing, just in a bigger way.
Why not have a fun lifestyle?
Life should be fun.
Right.
yeah.
Like I feel like life is a lot of fun. So just continue having fun. Take care of who I want to take care of, help who I want to help.
hmm
We have fun here.
We do
I
have
have
fun
fun.
here. Nah, we have a lot of fun.
Even this show is fun.
Yeah.
And so like that's what I would do. I mean, I'm going to do it. So
Just a matter of time.
just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And just how fast because you can control how fast you manifest things. So if you think it's going to take like 30 years, it will.
Mhm.
And if you want that in 6 months, even if it's like fucking crazy, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can tell you that from experience because, and I may have mentioned it to John. I don't remember if I mentioned this too. Chelsea, the person that used to work with me, she saw this happen. So when the company first really started, I think we didn't have much money in the bank, like at all. Like anyone had this amount in the bank. It wasn't a lot.
Mhm.
Within 6 months, we brought it to several millions. Like we did it.
Nice.
So anyone can, and I'm telling you that, I'm telling people that because anyone can do it. Just really depends on how bad you want it, how quick you can manifest. And like, you have to have a lot of faith in manifesting because it's seeing the unseen. So, and doing something you never did before, it's like, you have nothing to lose.
Do you do it partially in meditation or?
I told you, I don't meditate. I have a hard time meditating.
I do too. Well, I did that
Just-
time.
You
It's
just
my
have
first
to,
time.
you have to feel, and I listen to a lot of Abraham Hicks. Like I really, when I can interview her, I'll be very happy. You have to, the trick to all of this is you have to feel inside as if you already have it and what you would do with it when you already have the thing that you want. So if you want a certain car, for example, you think of yourself in that car. What does that car smell like? What does it look like? How does it feel to you? Like you have to be in that car and that car will show up for you. So with anything, you can do this. You just have to have a powerful focus.
Make it so.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
My favorite word is abracadabra, which is Old Aramaic. And the literal translation is, I create what I speak.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm so glad I didn't do this. I almost got abracadabra tattooed inside my bottom lip.
Really?
Because it's literal, but
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't do it.
We are too.
Huh?
We are too.
Anyway, so yeah, that's the manifestation talk for today. Anything else you guys want to bring up or talk about?
You didn't say how many things you had on your list.
For what?
One on our list that we created. For
But we did
Susanna's
take.
quest.
I did text you what I'm grateful for. Remember?
Yes, and I texted
And
you
she
back.
texted me back, and they were really.
I
I'm
told
grateful-
John.
I'm grateful for a lot of stuff. Like I do that a lot. Like I don't meditate
Okay.
every day, or I don't really meditate once a week, but I do frequently make grateful lists. And what I do also daily, I guess you consider this meditation. There is a book called The 5-Minute Journal. You can get it off Amazon. I think it's $25, and it's about a year or two worth of pages. And it's very easy. It takes less than 5 minutes. It's maybe 2 minutes, maybe if that. And in the morning, it asks you like 2 different questions. It's like 3 things you're grateful for. And then it said, I think it says, I've been doing this for years and I still can't remember. I think the next 3 questions are something like, what would you like to see happen today? And I do this. And at night, it's 3 amazing things that happened today and 2 things you wish you saw happen. And that's all you have to do. It takes seconds, really.
Yeah.
So I am consistent with that. But I'm grateful. I'm always grateful for a lot of things. Like I'm constantly grateful, which I think the more grateful you are, the more blessed you are.
It's true.
Mhm.
It comes more. It's like Susanna was saying, the abundance, like you get, if you're grateful to the universe kind of like gives it back.
Totally. Like a
Tenfold.
tenfold.
Yeah.
Completely.
Right.
Completely.
I'm learning that.
Yeah. Like you have to it's been, and I was, blessed enough, and I think I've talked about it in other shows, like I've had a lot of really great mentors that have taught me this like at an early age. So I think that's why we're able to accelerate as fast as we are, because like you're doing the work of it. So, anything else to touch on? Would you do the class again?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
God. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the next
I
one.
am too, actually. Like I'm like, we should do it like bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good. And I mean, anybody who didn't go, there's more
Mhm.
opportunities.
We can fit a lot of people in here. So
We can.
Yeah,
I
so-
think it was a good first class.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
I'm glad it wasn't overwhelmingly large because
yeah, it's better
it was.
intimate for
I
the
think
first
I
time.
It's
always
intimate.
say exactly. I always say like, whoever's supposed to be there is going to be there.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So you build, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah. Feel the dreams.
Yeah. Anything else to add? Not even on that topic per se. We could talk about anything else if you wanted to.
Holidays.
Holidays are coming
Holidays
up.
are
Yeah.
coming up. Are
This
we?
is the first time since we opened that we're getting days off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like actual-
yeah,
like
you're right.
actual-
You're actually right.
Days
Wow.
off.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel like that though, which is good. You know that I love this job, so that's why I'm like, it doesn't feel like
They're
we.
like mandatory.
we
Yeah,
I guess-
I'm
yeah, it
making-
is. It really is. It's
I'm
the
making
first
everyone,
mandatory ones.
including myself, like we're getting, I think, like 5 consecutive
yeah.
days off.
Mhm.
I haven't had days off like that.
forever.
I don't think it's-
Ever.
Even like before the studio opened, like I didn't get those days off. Like I don't.
Yeah,
I don't even
I don't
know.
mind coming in if I have to, but
Yeah,
Hopefully
John. I
not.
remember John a couple days ago. He's like, "What am I gonna do for 5 days?" But we
a
are
lot of laundry.
taking the holiday off. We're taking 5 days for Thanksgiving off. We're also around Christmas taking, I think, the same amount of time off, and then we're right back at it. So, but it's needed.
Yeah.
It's needed for sure. It's gonna feel weird,
It is. It is.
but it's definitely needed. You do need a break every now and then.
Breather. Everybody will have like a.
Totally.
Okay,
Come
back in.
Come back refreshed. Come
Yeah.
back ready to go.
Swinging.
New ideas.
I was
new
gonna say that with new ideas.
new
Yeah,
ideas,
yeah.
new ways to do things. It's just we say it all the time, but it's constant up leveling,
It is.
shifting,
Always. We're always upgrading.
getting rid of things, adding
Adding,
on things.
yeah.
Like-
Change. Change is always in the air.
I love change. Change is
It's good.
It's
I do
always
too.
It's
great.
good.
I do
Change is
too.
good. No stagnation.
I'm purging
Yes.
everything right now.
yes. Yeah, you said you're
Yeah.
gonna go home and get rid of a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. We're done.
Yeah.
I probably should too. But will I? Maybe soon. I'll have to practice some abundance on that.
Mm.
I need to get rid of I have the only thing I have a lot. I'm really not a hoarder at all. Like I'm the opposite of a hoarder. I'm a minimalist, really. Like I don't like knickknacks. If it's not being used, it's not in the house. Like I don't do that. The only thing I have too much of, which is overwhelming, is clothes.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it's
So-
like a whirlwind for you. You're never here. You're always in a
It
suitcase.
is it gives me like anxiety how much clothes
You're like, what's that cartoon that spins?
the
like Taz.
Tasmanian devil. It's like so much
Of
clothes, and I don't feel like I buy a lot of clothes. I do if it's not worn in 3 months or less, it's typically given away
Mm.
or thrown away, or like I don't have emotional attachment to things, which is why it's easy for me to give things away because I just don't put that toward that. It's like if it's pants, I don't have a memory of the pants. They're just pants.
Right.
Like,
I remember that one time. Yeah, I was wearing those pants.
My lucky pants.
Totally.
My lucky
My
pants.
magic pants.
I can't get rid of my magic pants.
Right.
What are you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll lose the magic.
Right.
Do you have an emotional attachments to things?
Certain things.
You know,
Certain
I-
things.
Well, I should say I kind of still do, but I'm learning not to.
Mm.
Because really, if you haven't used it in 6 months or even less, I mean,
Mhm.
why keep it?
Mhm.
Honestly, because then I think I'm a hoarder.
What is it that you feel you have too much of?
Crap.
Too
Okay,
much
so I
crap.
have boxes. Okay, I look for my aquarium that I have. My prized possession.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
And it has all the stuff that I have in crates, which I just need to put in a nice
Mm.
cabinet. That's basically what I need to do. I mean, yeah, I utilize it, but it's just not pretty. So I just need to cover.
I feel like you have a lot of knickknacks. I haven't been to your place, but
I do.
I just feel like it.
I'm afraid to have you over.
Like all the knickknacks.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, Chris, what's with all these knickknacks? And I'm gonna be like, we're our kids. I went to
Action
art school. I
figures.
can't help it.
I just feel like just like clutter, like things that are not useful. I've always been like this too. I don't I don't know where this
Like,
came
don't come over.
Right.
I'm just like I'm like a
I'm gonna have to
knick-knack
hide
hell.
everything. I'm
Right.
gonna have to
She's
hide.
gonna come in with like a camera guy and stuff.
I'm
Like,
look at
Chris,
all
we need to
these.
have a talk. Yeah.
You're like, you don't live here, kid.
This is a intervention.
Yeah, it's like a hoarder segment. Like
I'm not a hoarder though. I really am not.
I feel like John is.
I'm
I
not
haven't
a
been to his
hoarder.
place, but I just have
It's closed.
okay.
Okay.
I have a lot of stuff.
My
I'm not a
closet is the
hoarder.
size of this sofa, like are smaller. Than
Yeah, mine's about this size too.
Really?
Wow.
I have my amp in there
Yeah.
though. The clothes help dampen it.
But then again, it's not all clothes. It's like my only storage.
Yeah,
Except for
yeah,
my
I
sink
leave
in my
stuff in
kitchen.
there.
So I have to be creative.
Yeah, that's for
Stuff
sure.
it all in.
Chris,
Right.
what do you think you have a lot of? You're like, name it.
Clothes, a lot of clothes.
Mhm.
I need to get rid of some clothes. I have a lot of sound stuff, but I'm an audio engineer, so that's kind of expected. But I mean, I still have stuff back home in Jersey. Like I have 3 organs back home still,
Wow.
and a drum set, and like 3 more guitars. I have a lot of
Wow.
stuff. But you know what? It all will be used in some point. Like like for me with like instruments, like and vintage things like that, it's like they're only getting older and more scarce. So it's like, well, if you have it, cherish it, use it.
Right.
I mean, right now, sure, the stuff back home's gathering dust, but
At some point, it'll be used.
it will.
Yeah.
It will. Exactly. Like I don't know. I think of like the long term, like with my Rhodes, for example, like that is like a long term that they just came out with a new one, and unless you're willing to shell out like 12 grand for that dang thing, I'm like, no.
You're like so he has a keyboard that he completely refurbished himself, completely put together, and we actually used it for our event in September,
Yeah, that
which
was
was very
awesome.
convenient.
That was the first time it was ever out and used.
Awesome.
It was great. I loved it.
And the piano player we had was amazing.
God,
He's
he
so
was-
awesome.
He
So awesome.
like it was truly an instrument. Like I felt like when he was playing it, I'm a keyboardist. I'm not like he was a pianist.
It was
like,
perfect.
He's like a classically trained pianist.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And the music was perfect for the event.
Totally.
It fit
totally.
great.
Totally.
So, yeah.
Who has more stuff, you or Katie? Is it you? Katie.
Sorry, Katie. I love you, but it's Katie.
Oh.
Katie definitely
well,
has more
females
stuff.
typically do. Like we're just made to have more. Like we have to have makeup, we have to have hair stuff. There's so much more stuff we have to have that you guys don't have to have. So
To be fair,
Mhm.
my stuff, even though I have less, takes up more room.
because it's bigger.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Like I have the guitars and like the keyboard and like my computer and all that, but
Do you have them on the wall? Like,
we're
mounted or-
not yet. Soon.
We're getting there.
Getting there. Well, we're trying to move, so
oh,
I've
that's true.
I've kind of
Yeah,
been
that makes
like
sense, yeah.
sidelining anything on the walls,
Mm.
just because I'm like I don't want to take it down after
Yeah.
throwing it up there.
Well, I am looking forward to, and though it's going to be weird, I am looking forward to holiday break.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Take a little breather,
be
take a
nice.
little rest. Like we were saying, I'm sure we can wrap up this show, but we will be back
Yeah.
for sure. And we're happy to have John with us finally.
Thank you for joining
On
us,
with
John.
us. He's seen it a million times, just hasn't been on with
I'm
us.
behind the scenes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Anything
Yeah.
else you guys want to add before we wrap up?
Have a nice holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a great holiday, guys. We'll be back sooner than later.
Oh yeah.
Thank you everyone for listening and watching. This is Luxe Bar. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Glutathione is a big word. It's the body's own master antioxidant. It's a scavenger for free radical, bacteria, and viruses. There are no products in the market with the ingredient NASET. NASET increases the production of glutathione that's in our body already to strengthen and enhance our immune system, elevate sense of well-being, support muscle strength and endurance, cognitive function, and liver support. It helps with increased energy and blood sugar regulation. Get your bottle of GSH Plus from www.salvationnutra.com.